Are you going through a tough time, a challenging time in your life where you're feeling negative, not negative, but lower vibrational emotions of like anger or self-doubt or pity, things like that? Well, guess what? That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All there is in the world is light and love, right? But sometimes we don't choose light and love. We go through a different path. But all paths lead to light and love at the end of the day. So if you're going through a challenging time, if you're going through a tough time, I like to ask myself two questions. One is, A, how did I create this? Whatever's going on in my life, how did I create this? And second is, why is this a blessing? Why is this a blessing? Because if you think about it, you probably have gone through some things where it was really hard or uncertain at the time, but then you look back and you're like, that was the best thing that ever happened, right? Why is that? Because everything could be the best thing that ever happened. Maybe in those situations, you looked at it in a certain way, or someone guided you in a certain way, and you ended up coming through, we'll call it the dark emotions, the lower vibrational emotions, to the higher emotions, love, light, gratitude, things like that. So you went through the dark, but you eventually came to the light. But sometimes people go through the dark and they don't come out of it. They stay in the dark. They get stuck in there where and again, when I say dark, I mean just lower vibrational emotions, fear, doubt, pity. Why is this happening to me? Those kinds of emotions that we all go through. And we're supposed to go through those because we learn valuable lessons by going through those. We learn empathy by going through those. And we now can see it and help others. So if we've been through something that's hard or challenging, and we make it through the other side. When I say make it through, it means coming to a place of gratitude for that experience, seeing how we may have manifested or created it for ourselves, and choosing a different experience. So by going through that, we now can see someone else who's going through that, and we can help guide them out of it too. That's the reason why we go through those things, is to learn how to get through it, and then we can go help others. If you think about any, so many successful businesses or things people started, is because that person needed it. That person created it for themselves. They made it through, and now they're using others to help with it, right? So that's almost the foundation of all contributions in society. Someone went through something, they didn't want someone else to experience, or they wanted to help or guide someone through that experience, and they created something to help guide them through. So, if you're going through something, ask yourself, how did I create this? Why is this a blessing? And a lot of time the blessing is for you to teach it to other people, to go through it and teach it to other people, how to get through it. And that's the beautiful blessing about it. And if you start to look at it that way, you see every single thing that happens as a blessing. Every single thing that happens is not bad, it's not right, or it's not wrong. Nobody has hurt you. You may feel that way or have that experience, but they did the action, you had your reaction. And I think it's in Man's Search for Meaning book. This guy, I think that's the book. He was getting tortured Viktor Frankl was getting tortured by I apologize if I get the names wrong, but he was getting tortured by the Nazis. And there was a moment in the middle of his torture, he realized that their actions were one thing, but his reaction was separate. And he could completely choose a separate reaction, even in the midst of physical torture. And that's a valuable lesson for us, where if someone says something to us or criticizes us, it's so interesting. Is this a lesson for me to learn? What's the lesson here? There's a part of me that maybe I haven't loved yet, that I'm actually reacting or cowering down to this person, or stop pursuing my dreams because of, I'm afraid of criticism from other people, right? Those are all beautiful blessings to see. This is a mirror. This is a part of me that I don't love. Let me go into a deeper place of myself. Let me go into a place of love. Let me meditate on it, focus on it, and create a place of love. Let me release that emotion of frustration and fear. And I have a simple technique that I do. I just say, when I feel it, I say, oh, it's so interesting, I'm feeling frustrated. I release the emotion of frustration up to the light, or up to God, or up to source. I release that, and I just will say that a few times, and it just feels like it starts to release it out of my body. And then I'll call in an emotion of love. So let's say, I'm divine love, I'm divine acceptance, I'm divine peace, I'm divine joy, and start to shift that within myself, shift that emotional energy within myself. And when you do that, you shift it in your body and your mind. Next time it happens, you maybe have another reaction, just shift it again. But after a few times, you just stop reacting. Like, you come from a completely different place, and you almost forget who you were previously. It's really this amazing, amazing thing. So, yeah, if you're going through a tough time, know it's just an emotion. see what the lesson is, see how you created it, and release it. Release it. Call in the divine within you, because it's there for you to learn, to grow, and so you can help other people with, in my perspective. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button below. Leave a comment. I'm curious what you think of that perspective, and hit the thumbs up. Talk to you guys soon.